Let's now work through several examples together. Example 1a. Solve the quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. 5x squared plus x minus 3 equals 0. Recall, our quadratic formula says that the solutions to the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 are given by the formula x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. In order to use the quadratic formula, we first have to make sure that our equation is in the proper form. That is, we want to make sure that all of our terms are on the left side and 0 is on the right. Well, notice in our example, that's the case. What we have to do first then is we have to find and identify our a, b, and c values. So notice for this example, I have a being the coefficient on x squared. In this case, it's simply 5. B is the coefficient on x. That is the number that's in front of x. Now this one's a little trickier because there is no number in front of x, but we recognize this as being simply 1x. So the coefficient there is positive 1, or just 1. And c is our constant term. In this case, our constant term is negative 3. So our values for a, b, and c are 5, 1, and negative 3. We now place these values into our quadratic formula. So here we go. X equals negative b. Well, in place of b, we're putting the value 1. So that means we have negative 1 plus or minus the square root of b squared. Again, in place of b, we're putting 1. So we'll have 1 squared minus 4 times a, and our value of a is 5, times c, and our value of c is negative 3. That's all underneath the square root. Now, in the denominator, we have 2 times a. 2 times a, and a again is 5. So we've now placed all of our values into the formula. All that's left to do is simplify. So let's go through this. We have negative 1 plus or minus, and we need to simplify what's underneath our square root. 1 squared is 1. And negative 4 times 5 times negative 3, well, you can look at it as negative 20 times negative 3 if you like, which is positive 60. So under the square root, we have 1 plus 60. And in the denominator, we have 2 times 5, which is 10. Let's continue simplifying, and that tells us that x is negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 61 all over 10. Now, can this be simplified, the square root of 61? No, so we leave it as it is. There's nothing else that will cancel, and so our final solution set to this quadratic equation consists of the following two numbers. It's negative 1 plus the square root of 61 divided by 10, and negative 1 minus the square root of 61 divided by 10. See how easy it is to use the quadratic formula? This completes example 1a.